Hi, I'm John Kennedy, and today we're going to be looking at the new Apple iPhone 7 Plus. Okay, so the iPhone 7 Plus is Apple's newest smartphone. It's got a younger brother and sister called iPhone 7. This is the 5.5-inch model that basically is what Apple are kind of calling a replacement for a DSLR. I don't think they're quite using the term replacement for DSLR, but they wanted to have as many of the capabilities of a DSLR camera. On first glance, it's no different to its iPhone 6 and iPhone 6s siblings. The biggest difference, however, are really obviously the omission of the headphone jack. It's gone. Now you just use the lightning connector. The device itself also has a dual camera. Now the iPhone 7 only has a single camera. Because of the A10 processor, the A10 Fusion processor, it's meant to be about 5 times faster than the processor on the A8, which would have been the iPhone 6 2 years ago. And you know, you can see the difference in photographs you take. It actually cleans up the photographs for you. I don't have a lot of patience with doing things that messing with white balance or, you know, apertures or stuff. I don't really get that. I mean, I don't have time. I take a decent picture, but I really don't have time to learn all that stuff. And truth is, most people don't. So when you want to zoom on the device now, you can either zoom by pressing the button, but you can also use this function here. So as you can see, there's a kind of a dial that lets you basically zoom. At the back here, you have a 12 megapixel camera. There's 2 of them here, and there's one on the iPhone 7. Basically, those two cameras will work in tandem. What they'll do then is they'll fuse together the photograph that you want, so you get the perfect photograph. The camera at the front has been upgraded from a 5 megapixel camera up to a 7 megapixel camera. The interesting thing as well is that when you take a selfie, if that's what you want to do, basically the screen acts as a flash. So there's a retina flash behind the screen, so the screen just sends a pulse of light out. The rest of the real changes are under the hood, I think. First things first, you will notice when you use the device, it's got this taptic feedback now, which is kind of like the home button is kind of fixed in place, so you aren't actually pressing down on anything. It actually just gives you this feedback that actually kind of makes it feel like you're depressing the button, but you're not. The other cool thing is you'll kind of notice this in applications like, say for example, you're in your timer and you're just basically moving the timer up and down. It gives you these little pulses back, so it kind of reminds you a bit of maybe using a combination lock on your bicycle when you were a kid. The missing audio jack, I have to say, would I miss it? I think it's the idea Apple have is that you will basically eventually get used to it. Apple have been famous in the past for getting rid of things like the floppy disk and VGA ports and backup computers. I mean, this is just another step in that direction. The 57-year-old audio jack, I predict, will basically, I see other operators or other manufacturers following suit. Ostensibly, it is to free up extra space. Now, the device comes with 2 stereo speakers now, one this end and one here, and creates a very strong, compelling audio experience. Okay, so basically we're going to just check how waterproof the iPhone 7 Plus is. Now, it's certified up to IP67, which is basically water resistant for half an hour. For the sake of effects, we're going to record actually us doing so, just to see how it performs while it's underwater. So here it goes. Now you're going to basically go underwater. And there you have it. Still working. So the verdict on this device, the battery is certainly longer. For example, I'm wearing an Apple Watch, and you know, I'm happy to say, despite having a larger screen and you know a whole lot of other things going on, the iPhone 7 Plus keeps pace with the battery of, you know, give or take 5% in favor of the watch. Price-wise, these devices aren't getting cheaper. I mean, for the most highest spec model, it's going to cost you nearly €1,000 or thereabouts, so well over €800 to get, and you know, the highest spec one. One of the good things though Apple has done is they've doubled the storage capabilities across the board. So instead of getting a device that has 16 gigabytes storage, you can now get 32 gigabytes as a starting point. rising up to 256 gigabytes. So storage is awesome too. So I think out of 10, I would give it, or sorry, out of 5, I'd give this about 4 out of 5. I think it's a really good effort by Apple. And there you have it, the iPhone 7 Plus.
Enjoy this video? Click here to get the latest news from SiliconRepublic.com and find us on social media.